there, and welcome to the Animag podcast.
Hey, and welcome back to the Animag podcast, the number one podcast on the planet. Baby, I'm your host, Asylum, sitting here with...
Amicus.
And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We have made it.
To season 2 of Rent a Girlfriend.
Finally! I feel like I've waited my whole fucking life for this.
Yeah, I kind of felt the same way.
And I don't know if it was just me or if the episode actually ran this way, but to me, this season 2 episode 1 went by extremely fast.
It did because you had the recap at the beginning.
Honestly, I kind of like the way that they did the recap.
Yeah, it made it like 3 to 4 minutes.
We were kind of speculating that it was the whole episode 1 was going to be an entire recap episode, and it ended up not working out that way. They gave each lead girl character their own like small spotlight segment. It was pretty much just them explaining what the situation was between them and Kazuya, the main guy. So like, you know, Mommy goes first and she's like, "Hi, I'm Mommy, blah, blah, blah. I dated Kazuya for a little bit. Then we broke up. Then I met his new girlfriend," you know, something like that. Honestly, I'm a little bit happy that they did that style of a recap because I had forgot that Ruka became a Rent-A-Girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
I really forgot that. And then, who's the other girl? The shy girl? Sumi? Is that her name? I think it's Sumi. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you guys know right here, right now. I'm a little underprepared for this podcast because my computer died literally like 2 days ago, but I quickly got it back up and running so we can come and give you guys the show that you've all been waiting for. So I think it's Sumi. Yeah. I didn't even know that she was a Rent-A-Girlfriend. I had forgot all that.
Oh my god, there's only 2 of them that's Rent-A-Girlfriends.
Chizuru, Sumi, and Ruka.
Yeah.
That's 3.
I didn't count Chizuru because we all know Chizuru is a Rent-A-Girlfriend.
You don't have to count the queen.
Oh my god. This guy was probably like getting the tissues ready for when she popped up.
Hey, something else that Zay pointed out, because I was watching this at work trying to get my notes together. The art and the animation actually looks a lot cleaner than it did in season 1. I don't know if maybe they're using like better HD texture packs or if they did like color enhancements, but it just looks a lot better. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just felt like it was the same. I didn't even pay attention to that.
I don't know, man.
Like, oh, it's the same.
Try to check it next time you're watching. I feel like it's a little bit just easier on the eyes, a little bit snappier. So let's dive a little bit in, bro. Episode 1, there really isn't much to it. I mean, you get 3 minutes of the recaps for all 4 girls.
Then the opening.
You get the opening, which is different, right?
Yeah.
That was not the opening from season 1.
Yeah, I'd
rather
season 1.
Yeah. I don't hate it. Maybe it'll grow on me because intros tend to do that. But if I had to put it side by side with season 1's intro, it's going to be season 1 all day long. They did play that song at the end, though.
Yes, and I was like, I was singing along. I was jamming it.
It popped on, like, because we'll get there. They were having, like, a scene, and then the outro kind of rolled along with the scene, and that song came on, and I was like, yes, this is what we want. I'm a little bit sad that they changed the opening song, but what can you do? We're still getting what we've been waiting for.
Yeah.
So pretty much this entire episode is focused around the play, the big play that Chizuru is going to be acting in. Kazuya ends up going to this play. It's kind of what we open up seeing, and he grabs a pamphlet, and this pamphlet will come into play a little bit later on in the episode. And he notices like there's pictures of Chizuru for sale, and he notices that she ended up using her real name to be in the play, because remember, her Rent-A-Girlfriend last name is not a real name. It's a fake name that she just uses for those services. So I guess this kind of makes him a little bit nervous, noticing that she's trying to use her real name. She's really trying to get famous, you know?
Yeah.
I guess at this point, this dude's kind of getting the BGs, you know, the little bubble guts. And we end up seeing him get a little excited when he realizes that Chizuru actually wasn't going to be playing the lead part in this play. He falls on the ground and he's like, yes! Because I'd imagine, knowing that she's going to play the lead part, it makes it easier for her to get scouted. I'm just assuming that's how he was thinking. I really don't know. But he was excited that she wasn't playing the lead role.
Like, he thought, oh, she's going to be the main actor. But
yeah,
nope.
Because remember, here's a small recap. Like, he doesn't want her to go off and be a famous actress because that's going to push her away from obviously being around him, because she's going to have to go and film movies movies and be in plays, all this other shit. So he really doesn't want it to work out for her. So we get to the part where like he kind of enters the auditorium where the play is going to be, and he notices that there's a old man there, like a talent scout. And this kind of makes him super fucking nervous, you know, because now, even though she's not playing the lead, there's a talent scout there. So if she does good, which she will do good, that could pull her away from him.
I thought he was going to sneak behind him and chop him in the back of his head.
Oh my God.
You're not taking Chizuru away from me.
So the play kind of starts rolling, and he realizes, like, holy fuck, Chizuru actually is a really good actress. Or at least better than he thought she would be, because like the crowd's laughing, they're vibing with her character. He's like, man, even just what she's doing right here wasn't in the script for the play, but she's just going off and she's really doing her thing here. And you can tell he's starting to sweat it a little bit. And pretty much he spends this entire play being nervous. He ends up sweating the whole thing.
Yeah.
He notices that Umi is also acting with everyone else on stage. Umi is the guy that we met in season 1. Remember, he thought she was like having a boyfriend?
Yeah.
Umi is that guy. It's just really someone she went to acting class with, and he's also in this play, and that sparks a little bit of jealousy again. We see it come back into play. Although there's nothing going on between Chizuru and Umi, obviously Kazuya's like, fuck, he's still in the picture. So the play happens, you know, the crowd loves Chizuru. The crowd loved the entire play, is what it seemed like. After the play, we see that Sumi, the shy girl, was also at the play watching. And it looks like she wanted to say hi to Kazuya because she notices him and she goes to approach him, and then she stops and then she walks out. And I kind of wish they would have focused on that a little more, because like maybe it will come back in the play in the next few episodes, but I kind of wish we would have gotten more from that. Like, why was she there?
Maybe she likes plays. Who knows?
I think it is something along those lines, because remember in her recap at the beginning of this episode, she says she got into doing rent-a-girlfriend jobs because she wanted to be better at talking with people and whatnot. So maybe she went to watch this play to get some inspiration or something.
Yeah.
I hope that comes back in the play, and I hope they don't leave that on just a dead cliff, because it would seem a little weird if they never came back around to having her explain why she was there, kind of lurking within the crowd. But she was definitely there. After she walks out, Kazuya's just sitting in his seat, kind of spacing out, because he realizes right here, like, holy shit, Chizuru is a really good actor, and there's a chance she's about to get picked up for some big jobs. And it's just him staring off into space with, like, the audience applause still playing in his head. At this point, this man is shitting his pants.
All the audience was mostly focused on Chizuru.
Oh, yeah.
If he would look around, he would see everybody's eyes focused.
Yeah, they were really vibing with her. If you don't want this girl to go off to be a big actor, that is not the thing that you want to be seeing.
And then he also seen the audience whenever her character she was playing in the play died.
Yeah, she got everybody kind of going. I think even he was crying, I want to say. I want to say he was all teary-eyed. Like, he fell hard into this play, like, oh my god. So we get backstage, you know, after the play's over and the actors and actresses are all backstage, and we see the two directors of the play praising Chizuru and saying how good she was during it. He goes, man, you've gotten really good in the past year, talking about her acting skills. And he asks her if she has any kind of secret training, and in her head she's like, holy shit, you know, like, yeah, the rent-a-girlfriend thing, it's literally what I do to be a good actress. And she's all nervous and she's like, oh well, about that, I just try to be a different person each day, and that's all she says. So after this little interaction, Chizuru hears something off in the distance, and it's the old man, the scout, the acting scout that was sitting in the audience. She hears him talking with another girl. I think this was the girl that played the lead part in the play. I can't fully remember, but I want to say,
yeah,
I'm sure she was the lead.
I think they also mentioned that was his granddaughter or something like that.
Yeah, Chizuru ends up hearing two other actresses talking, and they're talking about that lead girl, because everyone's kind of staring at her talking with this old man. She's just kind of sucking his ass, and he's like, yeah, you know, you're really good. I like what you're doing. And the two girls say how she was basically, related to some kind of big time scout, and how this play was basically almost rigged because since elementary school, she was related to someone that has pull in the acting industry.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, this obviously kind of discourages Chizuru because in a situation like that, you're putting in all this fucking work. She's holding a notebook that's got tons of like sticky tabs coming out of it, showing that she had been working really hard on this play. And it's kind of a situation where no matter how hard you work, this other chick's gonna fucking get the job because she's related to so-and-so. So that's kind of ass. And she ends up leaving the play. They're having like an after party or some shit, and everyone kept asking her to go. And she's like, nah, I'm not. So she leaves the play, winds up running into Kazuya outside, and she notices that a pamphlet for the play fell out of his hands. And they don't like start arguing, but they do kind of get loud. She's like, is that a pamphlet? And there's people outside kind of like on looking, and they're like, ooh, lovers quarrel. And they're both like, no, and they're just trying to keep it cool. He essentially tells her like, yeah, I went to your play, and she's like, I can't stop you from spending your own money. You want to come watch my play, whatever. And he goes off on this big tangent telling her how the play was amazing and how great it was and this and that. Right here we learn that she didn't get the part to go off and do big time acting jobs. Obviously the other chick ended up getting it, and she says that she thinks it's because she has no talent, which honestly isn't true. Like, she was a great actress, everyone was glued to her during the play, but I guess she's maybe in her head here because of the whole having the other chick get the job. I don't want to say she didn't earn it, but she just had an easier pull than Chizuru did.
Yeah.
Right here, she goes off on this big fucking rant about how she's just gonna keep going to school and working hard, working as a rent-a-girlfriend to make the money to keep trying to be an actress. And as she's going off on this rant, Kazuya's not even really paying attention. He's just thinking to himself in his own head about some other shit. And he's just like, wow, she's amazing. Like, the thing that annoyed me about this part of the show right here is because, keep in mind, this is all subbed right now. There's no dubbed versions of the shows. They had both of the context on the screen. So, like, you almost had to pause it to read what each of them was either thinking or saying.
Yeah.
That was a little annoying. But one thing leads to another, and Kazuya screams, I'm gonna do whatever I have to do to help you accomplish your goals. I will rent you tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day.
And the next day, and the next day. I don't care if I have to get 10 or 20 jobs. I will be there to support you.
He goes full-blown simp mode. And while this is happening, as he's screaming this is where the credit roll was playing, and they had the original intro song playing right here. So, like, it was kind of a hype moment.
It was.
After this, the episode kind of goes into its back ending phase, and it pretty much ends with Chizuru back at her apartment. She gets a call from, like, the lead chick in the play, and I want to say Umi was with her. She's just like, hey, we had a great time at the play. Thank you for your hard work, blah, blah, blah. And they hang up, and she's all sad. Obviously, she didn't get the big role that she wanted to, or she didn't get scouted by the talent scout, and she's crying, and her phone's just going off. She's like, what the fuck? And it's literally Kazuya renting her like day after day, just bleep, 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 bleep. And this puts her into her feelings, and she kind of, like, we see a tear fall out of her eyes. She says, stupid, and she's crying, and she's like, that's way too much. And then that's it. Episode 1.
Oh my god. I actually enjoyed this.
Yeah, I thought it was really good for what it was, but I do have some buts for this.
Yeah, it's not a 10 out of 10.
Oh no, definitely not a 10 out of 10.
It was like, for a recap, it was a great episode. Just kept it small.
Well, yeah, so that's what's interesting to me is, like, it was a recap episode because we got that shit at the beginning, but it also gave you context for this particular season, but it also, like, kind of was still recappy because the play, remember, we knew about the play from the end of season 1.
Yeah.
We knew that this play was going to happen, so they just almost continued right where it left off. The big but for me for this is, you know, what are they setting up right here? Are we just going to get another season where it's Kazuya simping his ass off for Chizuru while the other two girls try to get with him? Like, where's the big thing that makes us go, oh, that's the story for season 2?
Your boy is, like, showing that he will support Chizuru.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know what's gonna happen towards the end, because I don't know if we're gonna get, like, maybe it's not gonna probably be, like, as good as season 1. Because season 1
was fire.
Girlfriend.
I'm so worried that we're gonna get pulled into a season 2 that ends up basically being season 1 just written in a different way. Because obviously now they have to go on these dates that Kazuya booked. So what are they gonna do during these dates? Maybe that's the big play here. And also, I think we're getting introduced to a new character this season. So how is that gonna come into play?
I don't even know. I would have to watch maybe a couple of more episodes to see.
That's what I'm saying.
This is a recap.
maybe this is just a really slow roll into the season. Cause I mean, this is 13 episodes, right? So we still have 12 to go. So maybe, but as far as like this episode as a whole, it was good, but they could have potentially put more into it.
I mean, I kind of felt like this should have been the last episode for season 1.
Yes, I said the same thing.
But like, episode 12 was also a good ending to it. I guess
True.
I guess that's what he thought. He was like, oh, maybe this is way better than doing this one for season 1.
I don't know. I really hope it's just not a season where they just go on their dates because he's booking them. We see how he's getting extra money to support Chizuru, and, you know, another girl comes into play that likes Kazuya, wants to get with him. She becomes a rent-a-girlfriend. I hope they don't get stuck in like a repetitive cycle. I want to see them flourish. I want to see Chizuru stop being a rent-a-girlfriend. I want to see her and Kazuya get together and date. Also, something I noticed is that Ruka, in her recap thing at the very beginning, said that she was Kazuya's official girlfriend, but I don't remember that.
That's a psycho. That's a psycho.
You think she's just crazy?
Yeah, she's crazy.
As far back as I looked at my notes, I don't remember her and Kazuya ever saying they were going to officially date. I could be wrong.
Because I remember she said something else. I'm going to try to make Kazuya mine.
Yeah, she did say that.
I want to say that's what she was going to say.
Maybe she's crazier than Mommy.
Yeah, I'd rather Mommy than her.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Mommy has moved to second tier.
Oh, yeah. For me, it's Chizuru first, Mommy, Sumi, then Ruka.
Same.
Hell, I might even put...
I don't even care if y'all fucking hate me for liking Mommy, but still, I'd rather that than...
We didn't even see Mommy in this first episode, so I'm kind of interested to see...
We didn't even see Ruka.
Yeah, we didn't see Ruka either. I'm interested to see where they're going to come into play. At this point in my tier list for characters, I'll put Umi, that guy, before Ruka.
Another thing, I wonder if, like, we're going to get picked up for whenever, you know how in season 1 where Mommy was texting somebody or taking notes? I wonder if they're going to show us a little more about that.
I think they will, because in her recap, she was saying how she was just going to kind of sit back and watch Kazuya and his quote-unquote new girlfriend from afar. I think she's referring to Chizuru right there, though. I think she... Yeah. I want to say she knows Chizuru is definitely a rent-a-girlfriend. I do remember that from season 1, but I think she still believes that they're a thing. Something like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to say... For this episode, overall, solid, kind of short and sweet, but really kind of get everybody back on board. I'm going to give it a 7, I think.
I was going to give it a 7 as well.
Okay, look at us. Because it's obviously, everyone's sitting here thinking I'm going to go 10 out of 10 on each episode, but that's actually not true. That's a hard rating.
I was going to give it lower, but then you got to think, it's a recap. But they did really well with the recapping. They made it short. I actually loved the play thing.
Yeah, the play thing was nice.
To see more of Chizuru's acting side.
Yeah.
How hard she worked.
In terms of like episode 1s for recap styled stuff, this one was one of the better ones that I've really ever seen. Cause, I mean, we went back and forth, we got some shit from the past, like, okay, Umi was from the past, and now they brought him back in, he's at the play, acting with Chizuru, that was a nice touch. All of that. Sumi was there, I really, really wish they would have kind of fanned that out a little bit more so we could have known more about why she was there, but I want to say more than likely we are correct, and that she was just there trying to, like, learn how to act and how to just be better around people.
Yeah.
She's not a bad character either. She's pretty interesting.
I actually like her. I like her character, shy and like trying to talk to people.
She's trying to better herself.
Yeah.
Versus Ruka, who really just wants to be with Kazuya because she makes her heart beat fast. Like, okay, so you're using this man? And Chizuru, who could just care fucking less. She's like, give me the money and I don't care.
But I think Chizuru's starting to have feelings for...
Oh, yeah.
Kazuya.
I mean, she was crying when he was booking her left and right at the end of the episode. That's gotta be because it put her in her feelings and she realizes, oh man, this guy really does like me. And, you know, she knows he's a student. He can't really afford to be booking her like that, but he's gonna put himself, you know, in debt or have to get another job or something just to try to help her. She realizes that, I think.
Well, that's not gonna work out because Ruka's gonna find out where that job is and fucking get hired over there.
Oh, she probably will. Oh my god.
She already fucked him over on a paycheck.
Yeah, true.
Oh, you gonna use that for Chizuru? Bitch.
Fuck yeah, I'm using it for Chizuru. What the fuck you think? So, that pretty much sums up episode 1, guys. We're back in action, baby. whole new podcast season starting right here, right now. And it's going to stay on the same schedule for you guys listening. It's going to be uploaded on Fridays. I think the schedule is going to change a little bit for us having to record it because the episodes drop on Friday. I can't even believe, bro. I was sitting here waiting for Saturday, and then Thomicus hits me up and he's like, hey, your show's up. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, it wasn't season 2. It was still under season 1.
Yeah, I went look and I'm like, dude, I don't see it. Now it looks like they got it situated. And as excited as I was for this season 2, I didn't even watch it right when you told me.
I watched it.
I still went, I dabbled in some stuff, and then like way later that night, I finally went watch it. And I was like, ooh, fire.
Fire.
So that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for this episode. Boys and girls, hope you had a good time listening. We are back, of course. Kind of technically for you, we never left, but we did have a small break in between Orange and this. But expect to hear us weekly for the next, 13, 14 weeks.
Yes, and sorry if we did not have an Animag advice for this episode.
Nah, I was just thinking that in my head. I need more context to the story for me to come up with a good Animag advice.
Oh, I thought she was going to do something like, oh, do not overwork yourself just to pay off a girl.
That honestly would probably be what my Animag advice for this episode would be. It's not worth it, okay? And official Animag advice.
Here we go.
If a girl, if you're Kazuya, right, and you like this girl, right, she's hot, oh god, she's everything, but she's not really giving you the time of day, don't fucking try to get a second, third job to try and give her what she wants. I've been in those shoes where I spent tons of money trying to make a chick happy, and guess what? She wasn't worth it, because in the end, you're gonna end up alone, you're gonna end up in debt.
True.
Make your own money and spend it on yourself.
But if it's Asylum had a real-life Chizuru, he would probably be spinning his money.
I would definitely be Kazuya. I work nights right now. I'd have a morning job and maybe an afternoon job too. Dude, all he's got to do in this show is create a website called Rent a Boyfriend and just rent himself out.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Coming to Animag, Rent a Boyfriend.
Rent a Boyfriend. We're going to write that anime. It's just Kazuya trying to get rented out, and he becomes the top tiered. And then in this story, Chizuru gets fired from Rent a Girlfriend, and then she's just hiring him.
I'm talking about me and you getting rented to be a boyfriend.
Oh, we actually do it?
Yeah.
Like a vlog?
Yeah.
I think that's illegal in real life, buddy. It's called prostitution.
Fuck! Well, they could probably make some fanfics, and if they
100%. Y'all make a fanfic.
Y'all make a fanfic, we will read it on 100%. A podcast.
We'll make a special podcast episode just for us reading the fanfic. Rent a Boyfriend. It has to be that title. So that's going to wrap it up, guys. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and until the next time, take it easy, and so long, everybody.
Sayonara.
Thank you for listening. Be sure to visit our website at www.animag.org. See you next time.